Welcome and welcome and welcome. Yes, indeed. Thank the Lord. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome back. It's the Play After Podcast, episode number 20. Hey, y'all got to pat yourself on the back, man. We got to, give a praise for that, man, for 20
Amen.
episodes of being consistent, man. And I appreciate every one of y'all who's on it and who not on it. We want to welcome OJ to the show too, man. How you doing, good brother?
Good, good, brother. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome you on, man. Welcome you on. I got my brother J Dot.
Da-da-da! 20. We up to 20. Got that 20. Yeah, let's get it.
I
What's
got
up,
my brother
y'all?
CJ.
What's going on, y'all? We number 20 tonight.
Yes,
Two best
sir.
backups in
Yeah.
the league, I tell you. Commanders, let's go.
Oh, bro.
Woo. Hey, look, we got a lot of wisdom coming on. We got Coach Nick. Coach Nick, welcome to the show again.
Yes, thank you for 20 episodes. That's like 20 years since the Falcons been in the playoffs, but that's okay.
Lord, here we go. Here we go.
There you go. Been 30 years since they seen the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get into it. Let's start off on the show. Let's see. We're gonna talk about the WNBA. Can we see that? Is it up there? Did it go?
I think it go right there.
There it is. There it is. All right, let me start off. My brother TJ. I'm sorry, not TJ. Let me go with Coach Nick, and then I go with LJ. I go in that order. Go
I
ahead.
can't I can't see what y'all are looking at, but I was talking about the WNBA is an exciting time, man. We got a lot of parity in that league. There are a
Hmm.
lot of good teams out here. I think their playoffs are going to be just as compelling and competitive as the early rounds in the NBA because these girls are serious. I've been watching them, and this is like the lull before football season and after NBA basketball. But the WNBA has been very entertaining and been
Uh,
worth the watch. And we have some very very talented sisters of all races out there playing, balling, and
mm-hmm.
and they're playing for real. It's not a game. You got the Minnesota Lynx crushing them right now. They have a they have a stacked squad. You never can you never can count out Asia Wilson. And I'm happy to say as a Washingtonian, the Mystics clinched the playoff spot last night. So I'm happy for that. So we have something to talk about because hopefully we'll face and beat the Atlanta Dream in the first couple of rounds, so we can knock them out and get Atlanta prepared for what they're gonna get in December when they come to Northwest Stadium.
Oh, brother. He love us so much. He love us, Rodney. He like he mention
I,
us every day. Yeah.
I hear you. So, hey, Coach Nick, right quick. So, also, I was reading that with the Sky not getting in, and they eliminated, that they get the Sky first round draft pick. So, what do you think about that?
Oh yes, bring the young girl from Notre Dame to us next year. Hidalgo,
But
she's
they
a
finna
senior.
they finna pick that girl Juju, man.
Or
Hey,
Juju,
don't
yeah, if Juju's available.
She gonna be
Juju?
But
available.
We talking about?
Chicago doesn't have the worst record in the league though.
They
But
got do they do lottery?
I don't remember. I think they do by the worst record.
Mm.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess we get into more to that. Yeah, so I'm excited about that though. But it's been some good games, especially with the young Mystics. They're gonna turn a lot
Mm.
because they're really physical. They play good defense. So, you finished with that, Nick, or you want to move on? You good?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm good.
OJ, what do you think about the WNBA playoffs? And who's your favorite team? Who's your
Uh,
favorite player right now?
Definitely Asia Wilson. I think Vegas has something to prove still. They are the reigning champs, but just seeing them and how they are, I think they got to hold on and try to fight for what's theirs. They think it's theirs, but they're gonna have a hard road coming. they got a hard road coming because it's not going to be easy. I think this is going to be the hardest time that they've had in playoffs because everybody wants it, and you see a better brand of basketball now than you ever have, especially on the WNBA side. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Absolutely.
it's a lot of young ballers out there. It's a lot of people going after it. I mean, just from the rebounds to the passing, everything. I mean, I'm just excited for what's to come, man. But like I said, the Aces, I always go with them. I just like how they spread the ball around, how they come off the bench. The bench is always on fire, and they bring that energy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Mystics though, like you said, that defense wins championships. So we'll see.
Another thing, I think Georgia Amore is she's playing a lot better. If she could just
Yes,
get any glimpse when she was at Virginia Tech in Kentucky, ooh, watch out, man. Because I really think the point guard, what's her name, Harmon. I think
Harmon.
she a dog too, but I don't know. They not letting her play, but I guess they got a system though. But yeah, I'm excited about that about the Mystics, man. So if you want to have anything else to say about that,
No,
we- okay. J Dot, I'm gonna go to you, man. What's going on? Were you excited to see the playoffs? Who you looking for? You think it'll be a repeat, or think somebody can be another champion?
Man, I seen old girl for the Lynx play basketball, and I thought she was the next Kyrie Irving. I'm not gonna lie to you. The girl from the Lynx, what's her, Olivia Miles?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, bruh, she's the truth, bruh. And I seen like somewhere where they were saying she played her best games against the Aces, so it's like I don't think the Aces want to see old girl like at all. I think it's Asia Wilson league until somebody take it from her. Um, I think that they could lose, but I think that she kind of play her best basketball in the playoffs. I feel like, and she is what the reigning. She did she win MVP last year, or did she
Hey, the
win?
way
Did she?
I believe so. She
I
did.
believe she
Yeah,
did.
she won MVP.
Hmm.
She the reigning MVP. So all roads go through her. I don't care what record she got. She can lost. She could have. They team could have lost 13 games like they did this year. The all roads. You got to beat the champion to be the champion.
That's right.
And there's
Hmm.
only what one team, one or two teams that's won outside of them, right? In the last what 6, 7 years, it's been what the New York team and the Connecticut team, and them the
Hmm.
only two teams. Like you gotta beat her. Like in my opinion, you gotta beat her to go to to be the champ. So I mean that's all I don't watch it too much. I watched the Golden State Valkyrie a little bit this year. They made the playoffs. I seen. So that was good for them. They expansion team. They done made the playoffs and what? This the first year for them, right?
Hmm.
So that's
Valkyrie and Portland Fire.
Portland. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched one of their games before. The Valkyrie was cooking Portland.
Hmm.
But hell yeah, it's good for the Mystics, man. I think like, the Mystics they done traded all their players and did all that stuff, got all these draft picks to make the playoffs. That's a good look for the team. You know what I mean? Like even when you trying to rebuild, you still make the playoffs. So it ain't you can't go nowhere but up from there. So yeah, that's all I gotta see. I'll be interested. I'll watch the playoffs. I'll see how it go. Cause I want to see old girl from the Lynx, cause she's a hooper. I'm about to tell Edie to watch her. She 19 months. We finna sit right down in front of
He
that TV. NIL. Yeah.
well, look, she had I don't know if it's true, but they said she had a nickname. They call her because of her glasses. They called her Spectacle. I said, "Oh man,
Spectacle.
that's a
Mm,
That's
spectacle."
tight.
Yeah,
mm.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That is a nice. TJ, I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I know everybody's saying Minnesota, but my underdog, I think, are the Valkyries. Because
Mm,
I think Gabby Williams got something to say.
mm,
Okay. They got the best
Mm,
defense in the league. Minnesota's good, top to bottom. They are really good. Fever's really good too, but Indiana doesn't really have a good defensive scheme.
mm.
Um, I think the Mystics will be good, but they just need a um, I don't know. They need to be hot in the playoffs. I think to make some noise for real, for real.
Mm,
So I think Minnesota's going to win. I would say I think they're even going to beat Vegas, but I think the Valkyries are going to be my underdog. If I were to pick an underdog that may can Because like OJ said, defense wins championships, and Bakker's got the #1 defense in the league. So I think, yeah, I think that Minnesota's nice, but let's not we can't sleep on Golden State.
We welcome my brother Brady. How you doing? Good. What's going on, good brother?
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
It's good,
How's
Brady.
everybody doing tonight?
What's
Everybody
up,
good.
man?
We're talking about the WNBA and the playoffs. The Mystics clinched the spot with a win yesterday over Portland Fire and with a Chicago Sky loss. So they clinched. And not only that, they got a maybe a lottery pick
I
coming
can't
up
hear
in this
you.
draft. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You can hear me? Can you hear me, OJ? Yeah. So, what do you think about that, Brady? Right quick.
Hey, he's building the squad up, man. It's good things happening for him. What's interesting though, in the midst of all that, I don't know if you all talked about is the whole thing with Enos Cantor. Y'all see that?
We was going to talk about it later because we don't know too much details into it. But I know he's trying to make a statement. But I didn't know he was going to go that far with it. So I don't know all the particulars with it. I think we're going to probably talk about it next time. But
Right.
it's on you. If you know anything on it, if you want to give your opinion, go
I
ahead.
mean, I just saw the man he had a shirt and it just described, what a woman is, and I mean, we put the W in front of NBA for a reason, right?
Right. Right.
Just saying. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you think about it. We live in a time now. Like, if you wear a certain T-shirt, how you know, folk get triggered sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, you could have something on your shirt say Jesus is King, man. Some people they talking about that's hate speech.
That's true.
So I don't know, man. I think it's just more of a sign of the times we living in. But I didn't think it was too crazy for them to throw him out of the gym because that what's her name, Cloud, took exception to him wearing the T-shirt is yeah, man, it's tough.
So I don't know the whole particulars and details, but from what I understand it, I think he's just challenging the clause in the contract that transgender women, men, or whoever's trying to play basketball. So I thought he was protesting. I thought Rudy Gay was also saying he was going to enter into. If I wasn't mistaken, if I don't know, I thought they just saying it just to be saying it. But women should play with women and men should play with men. Bottom line, unless it's little league, you know what I'm saying? So other than
Right.
that, I don't
Sound keeps
basketball.
switching in and out.
Can you hear Nick? You good? Check, check, check. Can you hear? Nick,
Yep.
you good? OJ, you good? OJ? Okay.
I think OJ. Yeah, OJ coming
OJ, you
in
good?
now.
Can we hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I didn't have any audio. I had
Can
that.
you hear? Can y'all
Yeah, I
hear?
can hear. I can
Yeah.
hear
Nick, can
now.
you hear Nick? Okay. Well, let's just move on for that, man. We'll talk about that later more. We get more details on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we can talk about is people, have buyer's remorse. And, when we growing up, when we, used to play football back in the day, 3 seconds left, and I ain't gonna say Montana the Rice, but that's what back in the day. Well, I'll say Doug. I was gonna say Doug Williams and Ricky Sinus, but I ain't gonna even say that either. But anyway, we imagine that we playing football, and you imagine that you're playing football, but you achieved that you wanted to be in an NFL league. So nowadays is that we have options and we have money now that the NCAA ruled, the judge ruled that what was a restraining order against certain universities, and they could go back to school now if they get released from an NFL team.
Mm.
So we're going to talk about that. Certain players are getting cut and going back into the portal and going to college teams to play. One player in particular, I think it was the Ole Miss tight end, and he's going to play for Lane Kiffin now at LSU. He got drafted, right? And now he's going to get cut. Now he's going to go play for LSU. I guess he's going to get more money, and I guess he's going to try to raise up his stock or whatever. But it's kind of hard because he missed all the training camp and everything. Let me start out with OJ. OJ, you played college ball. How would you feel when somebody was drafted in the NFL and now he's coming back after you done went through fall camp? I mean, spring ball, all the training camp, and he just coming on and he gonna take somebody's spot, somebody's scholarship. How would you feel about that?
I mean, for one thing, I would feel a little slighted because, like, he wasn't here to put the work in, during fall camp. He wasn't here for the spring game. He wasn't here, when, to help build the camaraderie or, going through the hardships that we went through all this time, the summer workouts, all that stuff. Yeah, this dude got drafted, but okay, he didn't make the cut. So now you're really rewarding him, if you will, to bring him back to say, hey, not only can you come back, but we're going to, give you another year of eligibility. Like, come on,
Mm,
man, work through that. If you didn't make it, it's always been you had to work through that. You had to make the practice squad and then earn your spot.
mm-hmm.
So hey, earn your spot, man. You did the college thing already, so okay, you want to go to that next level. But a lot of these guys, they're taking that opportunity because they have over 100 guys doing this. So you got 100 players coming back to the NCAA to play ball and get these NIL deals to make money. They're not going to have an incentive to go to the NFL pretty soon, man, because they keep getting more and more money every year. So they're going to have to put some kind of cap on to do something. But, I mean, okay, I didn't make an NFL team. I didn't make the 53-man roster. Let me go back to college.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Well, that's crazy. J. Dot, how do you feel about OJ? You finished?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Remember, we've been talking about this for weeks on end and weeks on end. When is this NIL getting out of pocket? Like, these players going back. I mean, I understand what it is, right? Like, you didn't make the team. You didn't get, I guess, technically, did they receive any NFL funds? Do they receive NFL funds? Because isn't it the rule? It's like they can't receive any NFL funds and they can go back, or how is it worded? Because I seen two different things. But regardless, we got guys getting cut from teams because they didn't make the cut, going back to college, and they taking a young kid's spot. That's why I'm saying when I'm looking at this NIL and all this stuff, it's hard for a high school kid. Like, you have to be elite now for a high school kid to make a team. And I just feel like it's like y'all are grown men, man. Like, it's time for y'all to move on. Most of these dudes is what, 23, 24, 25. Like, it's time for y'all to move on. If you didn't make the cut, with the NFL, try to practice squad, and then if y'all can't make it, then then go to the UFL. It's many other leagues you can go to get your experience. The NFL pulls from the UFL every year. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know what, like, how you regulate this, but I don't think that this is good. The NCAA is literally turning into the Wild Wild West, and I don't like it at all.
And you talking about that, and I don't mean to change the subject, but only player I would think I would allow, I would not allow, but I wouldn't mind doing it is the kid he played for Arkansas last year, Green, the quarterback, and he got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Now that situation, it was like, well, it almost could be like a Bo Jackson, John Elway situation, like I'm getting drafted by them. I'd rather not, but it's a difference because you're going through the procedure of, going to training camp, mini camp, and you just almost like you changing your mind. And they're
Yeah.
rewarding people like it should be a cutoff, just like in basketball. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have until a certain amount of time that you're going to declare for the draft, and that's it.
Right.
But you can't
Right.
say. I mean, in certain sense, it's kind of the same because if you want to take your name out of the draft or whatever, you can work out, see where the scouts see where you at, and you can
Mm-hmm.
put and go back. And that's a better. That's a better time frame. I think they had to take a little bit from basketball on that one. But yeah, Telegram and that. TJ, how you feel about that?
I mean, I see it two ways. Uh, I get from a player standpoint, like if you don't make it, right? Like, you play preseason, you don't make the roster, and they put you on the practice squad. Usually, practice squad for the first year, second year players, usually like 250,000. I can go back to now. This only works two things. If you're from a bigger school, LSU, Alabama, bigger schools like that. Because if you're from Illinois, you're probably not going back. But if you come back if you're going to back to a bigger school like one of those LSU or whatever, you can go make hundreds of thousands, $1 million just from your NIL deals alone. So, and then I mean, maybe it raises like competitiveness in the I don't know, in college. I don't know, but it's a little tricky though, because I mean, it's almost like a competitive imbalance too, because like I said, it kind of benefits only those big schools, because Illinois, all those other like smaller schools, they're not gonna be able to get those NFL players back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a tricky thing though, but I don't know. To me, it's gonna blow up somehow away, because this ain't. I don't know. This a little different. Because you got a bunch of players now going right back to the portal, but they feel like, I guess they feel right now they're not going to make the team, and they about to go back to the portal now. Now I get it, if you got an injury and that may make you miss the roster or something like that, maybe okay, it makes sense for you to go back, because you can kind of rebuild yourself, get healthy, and then maybe you get a higher draft. You be a higher draft pick in the next season. But if you just mad you didn't make the team, and okay, I'm gonna go back to college and see if I can
Right.
because pretty much you're considered a pro, because a lot of these guys played in the preseason. I'm gonna outplay these players and get a higher draft stock. And then it's a
play
tricky
professionally.
thing. Yeah, not play professionally. Yeah, so it's a tricky.
Because the kid, not to cut you off, but the kid from Oregon, he went back to to rise up his stock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moore, is it Dante Moore from Oregon? So he went back to raise up his
Smart.
stock. So maybe that's we want to take that, take that into consideration. Like, okay, do I need to come back? I really don't need to. They got me an undrafted or 7 rounder. Now that's just the right team and fit. And that's another thing. It always got to be right team and fit. Brady, I'm gonna go to you, Brady.
Well, it's interesting you brought up the Dante Moore situation. I think his situation a little different, because he could have been the first or second player taken in the draft. So
I agree.
it ain't so much, he was trying to improve on his stock as he wanted to go back to just make himself better. So
and then he want to play for the Jets.
Well, that could be it too. And then but he he's still gonna get that. I mean, I don't know what the starting quarterbacks go for in NIL, but that's a nice little lick right there, as far as him still being able to be in college and still make a nice little piece of change, and then get himself ready for the draft next year. So, but just overall, man, I just going back to the brother situation, the one that is trying to go back to school. I think you kind of, I see what OJ was saying too, but at the same time, if you probably wasn't gonna have a good chance to stick with the roster, with the team, and you got an opportunity to go back to college and make some make some good money, man. I think any of us when faced with the same situation would be glad to, if we had the opportunity to go back to school and get, a couple 100,000 or whatever, they're gonna pay them. So yeah, man. So I get it. The optics, outside looking, I'm like, oh man, how are you gonna get an opportunity like that? He already went through the whole process, just like with the NBA and them dudes. Some of them that played in the G League and whatnot, they able to, like the kid going to Maryland. I forget his name, but he was like a high school phenom or whatever. And he going to play with Maryland next year. And he played, I think he played multiple years in the G League. And I think he's 26 years old, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
But I guess my problem is like with like what we talking is, it's like, when do we protect the when do we protect the high school kid that's trying to make his way, that's trying to get a chance? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're 26, 24, 25. Like, you're 24, 25, 26. Like, you had your chance, brother. Like when are we going to pay it forward? You get what I'm saying? Like it's a 17, 18, or 19-year-old trying to make it. You taking away spots from them.
That's 100%. And then the coaches are telling them, those young guys, that they say it's not the same way it was 10 years ago. Y'all are fighting for scholarship spots against, like you said, grown men.
Yeah.
So they you gotta be twice as good now. It's been like that, I guess, since COVID. They had
Yeah.
kind of set everything back. So yeah, man. It's,
Isn't it? Isn't it true though that what's going on with that is almost like real life, like real talk. My granddaughter is out here. She just graduated from high school. She trying to get a job. When she goes to compete for a job, maybe even like at Chick-fil-A, she's competing against a 35-year-old man that just got laid off, you know, from the
Mm-hmm.
government or something, and they
Mm-hmm.
got two kids and a mortgage and everything, and they're competing for that same little bit of dollars.
Mm.
It's
Yes,
just
it
different.
is. Yeah.
The kid is going to. I think the kid that's leaving Ole Miss and wants to go back to play for Lane Kiffin. I think he's trying to do. I think that's a little shady. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go back to the school you came from.
Right, right,
You
right,
shouldn't be allowed to just pick and choose what school I'm going to go to a top school. I want to go to
right.
a school
Because
that has
that's
a
free
chance to
agency.
win. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
mean,
that's free agency essentially.
yeah,
It
that's
is.
a
It
because
is.
there's a wide receiver. Also a wide receiver from Mississippi that went in the. He didn't go in the draft. He went undrafted, and he wants to go back. Well, I think if they're going to go back, let them go back to the school they came from. They
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be allowed to just float around and just be like a almost like a mercenary. They just go and pick whatever team they want to go
oh,
to.
that's exactly what we got.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that ain't right. And you're right. You got, we all got kids coming up, and 18-year-old kid go to Maryland or Penn State, and then you got some guy that coming in there who's 25 years old that's got years of experience.
Right,
And what does
Right.
that do for that kid? What does that do for that kid's self esteem?
right, right.
The
Well,
NIL deal is is out of control. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're going this thing. I don't like the fact that I think if you're with the way eligibility is now, you shouldn't be allowed to transfer two or three times.
Mm-hmm.
That
No.
going that going one school, one school, one school, one school. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
And you take, like you say, you're taking money away from kids that are really it might not be able to afford to ever go to college.
Yep.
And
but
now he's
but
Yep.
fighting for that little bit of scholarship money when they're getting the scholarship and the NIL money.
Mm-hmm.
If you got an NIL deal, then use the NIL money to pay for your school.
That's true. That's true. I think if you think about that too, that's a good little. That's a good thought because they getting paid enough money to pay for their own
To
schooling.
pay for their
If you
own
want to be
schooling.
Yeah.
honest if you want to
Yeah.
be honest,
Yep.
the man that can't pay, and a couple of teams did. I think didn't they do that at Colorado? They gave a scholarship. They gave some scholarships away because some of the guys had NIL. It was like I don't really need. You know what I mean? I don't need it.
Right.
I can
Yeah,
pay for my
he did.
way and I could pay for school and still have money left over. So I mean, like I agree with that. Like
So
the
Jake, but
scholarship spots. Go
how you
ahead.
gonna do it across all sports though? Because we all know, like, the Division 1 football, basketball, most of those guys, for the most part, are pretty well taken care of financially, and maybe not even the guy at the end of the bench that never gets in. He's getting a little bit, like, from the collectors and stuff, but
Hmm.
like as far as the folk on the golf team or the tennis team, you know what I'm saying, people like that, you know what I'm saying, that little bit of NIL money, like, how do you do it across all the sports for an entire
right.
But that's
program?
the
You know
thing.
what I'm
That's the thing. I never thought that NIL benefited all sports programs. If we want
No,
to be
they only
completely
benefit the
honest,
revenue
it don't-
making
yeah,
sports.
it only benefits the sports that bring in the actual money.
The
You get what I'm
revenue
saying?
making
Like
sports.
like the football, the basketball, the maybe the and baseball. A lot of them places. You know what I'm saying? Maybe softball. You get what I'm saying? Like, but NIL was. I don't think NIL was never benefiting those smaller sports or individual sports. You could say like
saying?
golf or like tennis or something like that, or maybe lacrosse or something like that. But even it,
Gymnastics.
yeah, gymnastics. Even even when it comes to that. their portion was very very small. I never thought that they even of those teams into the thing. What we mainly talking about, I feel like, is like the big revenue sports and how there's clearly enough money in the program for you. Like, you already getting a $2 million, $3 million deal, and you already know you're gonna only go to school for 2 to 3 years, right? So use a percentage of that money and go to school and get your education and use that money. And the guys that may not have NIL, or getting a smaller portion of the NIL, maybe they use the scholarship. You get what I'm saying? It helps the lesser, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just it is going to be difficult, I guess you say, to spread it across the whole board. But at the same time, it's just, I feel
Well,
like that's kind of crazy
Some of
to
the
for you to
money,
get a
it's
scholarship
crazy.
and 3 mil.
It's crazy all the way across the board, from the head coaches,
Yeah.
the assistant coaches,
Mm-hmm.
the ads, the boosters. It's
Yep.
crazy. It's madness. It's actually March Madness all the way over. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's big
Yeah.
business from what's a nonprofit, getting a
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit organization, a big business. But
Yeah.
it's I guess you gotta go with it. You got to do what's best for your interests and, I guess, your brand. And I think it's a whole bunch of, how can you place it? It's a whole bunch of individuals trying to be a team, but you
Yeah.
got to buy
Yeah.
in. But for real, if you think about it, they're mercenaries. You know
yep,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're hired. Like
mercenaries.
that kid from Ole Miss, that tight end, he was good.
Yeah,
But he
Mm-hmm.
He
probably
was.
like, I can go back for LSU and play against
Get with
SEC
Levitt and get with.
competition, and
Mm,
and I might be a first round pick. I can get more guaranteed money. I might be the first tight end off the board. You never know.
but this
there's
my
got to
thing,
be
Rodney.
things.
He couldn't
Hold
make
on,
it.
hold
He
on.
couldn't. He couldn't make it when on the team as the fourth round pick, right? Like, he was a fourth round pick. He couldn't make it
Did-
on the team then. So that's
What?
what my problem is. Like, you went to the league and you couldn't make it on the team then. Like, is will it kind of be harder for you still the second time around, because the competition is kind of worse? It's like when you go to a pickup game and you 30 or 25 and all the kids is 16. You know what
So
I mean? And
so
you just beating up on the little kids.
But
Hmm.
the money we were talking about, man. You think about the smaller, the revenue sports, basketball and football. They're going to make their money, but why
hmm
not divide that money up in other ways? Like, at Alabama or Ohio State, where they got 100,000 people, they make more money in the parking lot, just on
Mm,
the parking,
Hmm.
that could help fund and help sponsor and give some of these kids in these smaller sports. Because don't get it twisted, baseball is not making any money unless they're one of the top 20 teams going to the College World Series. Softball too. Those are low revenue sports. Most times
mm.
you can just walk in those games free. Where
Yeah.
basketball and football, you got to pay.
Just one more thing, Rodney. What do you think? Do you think it should be a hard salary cap on NIL now?
it's going to have to be unionized. I mean, for years, the NCAA was getting over. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's getting kind of out of hand. Like, you got to have some type of salary cap. You're gonna have to unionize it somehow, some way. So it could be like Nick was saying. You have to share it from women's sports, swimming, what is it, pickleball, maybe, probably. Now they
Hmm.
got
Mm.
flag. They got they bringing flag in there now.
Girls,
So
Flag.
girls
Yep.
Yeah, the
getting
high
yeah,
school, the
scholarships for
yeah.
girls,
flag.
the PG County, they getting, the girls, they getting flag football. I think this season starting this
Yep.
year.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Mm,
you got to find some type of way to spread the world.
yeah,
So you're gonna have to come in with somebody, and maybe you gotta get some college students who's in business management or marketing and or whatever. Got a whole
Absolutely.
team. And start that with the agents. All that stuff could be started now. It could be by the students. Everybody vote on it. All when they meet with the conference, SEC, Notre Dame individual, all of them can
mm,
do it if they want to do it. But they're gonna ride it out as long as they can, because Notre Dame's like, well, I don't need no conference because I make so
yeah,
much money because of the brand
yeah.
of the
They should
name.
never be
So
able to make. They should never need. They should never be able to go to a college football playoff.
They
I truly
shouldn't.
believe that they
They
should never
shouldn't.
be able to. I like that. That is
who
unfair.
who
Notre Dame should never be able to go to a college football playoff.
Playoff.
because they
because
don't
they
they
don't belong
don't
to a
they don't
conference. Yeah.
belong to a conference. Everybody else has to dogfight in a conference. They can pick whatever game they want to play that year. That's the
You know
problem.
how
But
many lawyers that came from Notre Dame?
Yeah, I understand that, Rodney, but they
That
circumvent. They get into the champion when they went the last time they went to the championship. What happened? They got mollywopped because they don't play. Because they pick their schedule. They picking me games so they can beat up on them so they can get into the tournament. And then when they get there, you know what I mean, they may win one game versus a lower team
Mhm.
that had to dog
They
fight it
they
out.
they ACC affiliate.
They need to commit. They need to commit. You could come on now. Like what would you say if Georgia or Florida or Michigan and Ohio State didn't do that? Everybody would be on their head
Yeah,
Yeah.
every
but but
that's
year.
true.
but it's just like and OJ know this. USC got a brand. Trojan. That was the professional team in LA before everybody else came in there. You know
But
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That
Rodney,
brand.
they
That's
belong to the Pac-10 though. That
it. Doesn't
conference
matter.
means
They say
something though.
you say football Jesus, man. Come on now. The
Yeah, but
football
that
Jesus. What you
Well,
conference,
talking
that
about?
conference, but that conference meant something though. You know what I'm saying? Even if
it
you think
did.
about the Pac-10, like you think
I
about the
hear you.
Pac-10, they had teams. Like now they moved to a bigger conference. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah,
didn't
with
get
them
any
being in the
easier
Big
for
Ten.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't get any
coaches,
easy. It got harder for them. You know what I
Well,
mean?
the
well,
coaches and the committee still have to vote on getting them teams in there.
that's true.
Because like remember last year, what was the team? What was the team in basketball last year? Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio
Hmm.
was 34-1,
Yep,
Hmm.
they
and
ain't
they
get
were
in.
crying about getting into the tournament. Yeah, they got
Out.
in. They got mollywopped in the first four.
Yeah.
But the thing about it was they still had to be voted into the tournament.
Yeah,
Well,
but
see,
this what
I was thinking it was like, kind of what we were saying is the haves and the have-nots. I think there's two teams that have $50 million rosters this year in college football, LSU and Ohio State. Everyone
hmm
else is kind of hovering around 40 million. But then
Hmm.
yeah.
I said, well, look at Indiana. I'm pretty sure they don't have nowhere near a $40 million roster, and they won the
hmm
whole thing. So I think yeah, I mean,
I mean,
having
they
the bigger
27, Brady.
having the bigger pockets helps a lot. I mean, you can just get better players, but at the end of the day, I think whoever got you got the best coach. You better have a quarterback, that's for sure. If you
Yeah.
got those ingredients and a few dogs, you got a chance, and you can stay
Uh,
healthy.
But the
Brady, they did
Indiana is
help.
not
They
hurting
had
for money at all.
Yeah, they
Well,
They're
not.
not
I
hurting for
heard
money.
Yeah,
They
that.
got they got
I
Mark
Mark
heard
Cuban
that.
Cuban.
is Mark Cuban is backing them. Yeah,
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 Mark Cuban is
Okay,
backing them
okay.
as an alum, and they
yeah,
have a lot of money. Their boosters are awesome. If you look at their
yeah,
basketball
Oh,
program,
okay.
look at everybody donating that
yeah.
money.
They basketball program
Indiana
like
has
that.
money,
Yeah,
man. They've been really hush
yeah.
hush. They've been very hush hush, but they have
hmm
a lot of NIL money. If you go
They
back and
got
look
that.
at it,
They got
they got
that. They
money.
got that automobile car money
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all
They
they
got
in
play
the
is
money.
Midwest.
26. All they play is 26, Brady. You gotta remember,
Well, yeah,
they
that's
was
true.
the
They have
old
an older
they was
roster.
playing.
Yeah,
They was basically an NFL team last year.
right.
If you want to be
They
honest,
were, man.
all of their
They
players was
were.
like 25, 26 years old. Like I was like, is somebody gonna say something about this?
Oh
Like,
They
yeah.
had they
Well,
had a
they.
20 they had a 21-year-old freshman last year.
yeah, that's
Oh.
crazy.
But they
That's
doing it again
crazy.
though, because all they did was they brought a lot of those same guys back. They still got an old roster, and they plugged the quarterback with this. I
Yeah,
forget where they got the transfer from, but he good too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they ready to hit the ground running, right? Pick
They
up
They
right
are.
where
got a
they
good
left
coach
off.
though. They got a good
Same
coach though.
thing.
I
Oh,
can't deny they got a
100%. I
good
love
coach.
that
Yeah,
coach.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
coach
love
Same.
is
that coach,
good.
man. That joker go
Yeah,
hard, man.
yeah.
He's
He
That's
don't
the
smart,
same
care.
man.
thing. That's the same thing
Yeah.
in Miami. You know,
Yeah.
Beck left, and they got the kid from Duke, Mensa.
Well, Mensa not that old though. Mensa,
But
this
Mensa,
it's
Mensa's
Mensa
a
like what
plug and
third
play.
year,
But
fourth
but
year.
he's a
This is
top
Yeah.
third
notch
year, I think.
quarterback.
Yeah.
He good though.
He got a lot of game ball under his
Yeah,
belt.
Yeah, he
yeah, he
does.
do. Yeah, he do. He transferred, but that's the thing. You was talking. He transferred 3 times already.
I all
He
thought
been he been te- he went Texas, Duke, and Miami.
playing
That's
the
a
Hey,
back.
lot of that's a lot of
Hey,
schools.
hey,
hey,
we all better get used to it because, like you said, until we put some regulations on it with a cap and limit all these transfers, it's gonna be
Right.
just like it's gonna stay like this.
But also, just one more. This is the last question for me. When do we talk about all this transfer and hurting the development of the player? Like, yeah, we chasing bags, but what about the development? Because these dudes gonna go 2, 3 schools. They're gonna get taught different ways, get to the league, and they not anything.
Well, that's why it
That's
has
where
to
the
be
big
some.
money at.
That's why it has to be some type of trend. you have to have some type of account. You have to hold account some type of way. So contracts need to be put into place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go to the school this year, they have to be put on contract, man, in order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you're at Colorado the first year on contract. So if you transfer, okay, Colorado gets some of that money back. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, you know, get the numbers that are
I like
projected
that.
for you, you gotta give some of that money back because
Yeah, I
they're
like
getting
that.
paid as professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep, okay, yeah, you didn't develop at Colorado because you didn't give yourself time.
Right,
You
right,
didn't. You
right.
didn't want to come off the bench. You didn't want to do this. You didn't want to do these things, and you underperform. So when you go to that
Mm,
next school, it should affect you.
mm.
Right. You
OJ,
got to
I'm glad.
de-incentivize the hopping around, man. To
Yeah,
your point.
yeah.
I hear you, but OJ, I hear what you're saying. So TJ, what about Jason State? What's his name? The kid from the offensive tackle for Colorado. TJ, he transferred from Colorado to LSU. Why? Was it development or was
Mm.
it?
It was
It was
money.
money. It
Money.
was money.
Nah, but it was two because they said y'all remember you talking about Jordan C and remember
Yeah.
his
You'll see
Yep.
it.
body
See.
Yeah.
looked different. His body looked way different over there at LSU, and he kind of like they said that he like before he didn't like the facilities or the way that they was like training him to get his body right. You see him
Right.
now, he trim too, like you know what I'm saying. But I
Yeah.
think when he went to Colorado, they led with their pockets. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like I think Colorado led with their pockets at the same time too. You thinking you getting Travis Hunter and Shador and
Listen,
all these players? You know
if
what I
the
mean?
money, if to your point, if the money's equal, LSU versus Colorado is no contest as far as the resources go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's
yeah,
night and day, man. I
yeah,
don't know if you see LSU's,
yeah. They facility
man.
That's what
insane.
it's
It
not.
is
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is
crazy.
They
nice.
facility is insane,
Yeah,
insane.
and
24.
they probably think you get better coaching too. I mean, truth be told,
Yeah.
you can say
Uh
whatever you
oh.
want about
Uh
Lane.
oh.
He gonna bring in good guys. I'm
Uh
just saying.
oh. Uh oh. Shots
Well,
fired.
I
So
mean
TJ,
Dion, I mean, he
so
in
is
and
that
out, man.
hold on, let me let TJ respond. TJ, so you think that's a shot at Coach Dion? You don't think he develop it or coaching or what you think?
I think Dion.
Uh oh.
I don't know. Cause you know what, Dion. See, Dion, my man. See, we was up watching Colorado football at 2 in the morning, man. So
You right,
Dion,
you
my guy.
right.
So I mean, I ain't gonna say he a bad coach. He just got to find. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Gotta
I don't
have
know.
you gotta
You
have
got,
great experienced
yeah,
assistants.
yeah,
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 that's what I'm
yeah.
talking
Yes.
yeah,
I
about.
don't
That's what
care.
yeah.
it is.
You got the
Yep.
name brand. A lot of those kids that came to, when Dion first got to Colorado was because they were at Jackson State. He gave them an opportunity to come to Division
Yeah,
One.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now,
I'm yeah,
and
yeah.
now, you're right. When that kid was at Colorado, he looked chubby.
He looked chubby.
He
Yeah, he
looked
from
chubby. He
DC.
wasn't. He
Yeah.
wasn't in
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
physical shape. But they got a guy. They got LSU. That money that Brady's talking about. That money that don't show up on the NIL deals.
Mm-hmm.
Them deals on the side. Them
Mm-hmm.
trainers on the side.
That
Yeah.
Them
free
people
That
gumbo
that
money, huh?
nutrition plan. That nutrition plan, Nick.
let me tell you,
Yeah.
them kids, them kids at Ohio State and them big schools like that, they walk any place in Columbus, Ohio right now and walk in any restaurant and they'll get everything free.
Mm-hmm.
It's those
Michigan,
perks
all
that you
them.
don't
Yeah.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And even if you put a salary cap in there, you know the big schools are still going to
They
find a
gonna
ways around
circumvent
that.
it. Yeah, yeah. You right.
That's
You
why,
right.
but that's
Yeah.
why, that's why
But but
Krzyzewski, that's
uh-huh.
why Saban, all them guys left because the game was kind of evening out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
way they knew it.
Because
Yes.
Yeah.
they were doing it on the side for years.
They were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you
Them
got other
challenges and
coaches,
charges was all over the place in
right?
Tuscaloosa,
You got
weren't
other
they?
coaches, you got other coaches that weren't allowed to do nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
they were gonna nail John Thompson when Patrick Ewing's grandmother passed.
Mm,
And he wanted to get him a suit or pay for his travel to go
Mm-hmm.
to the funeral
mm,
Mm-hmm.
in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted the NCAA refused.
Yep.
mm.
Now they
They
getting
they
smacked.
they wouldn't allow him to do it.
Yep. So
So
we're
Yeah,
going
that's
back.
a
it's
We
all
shame.
going
about
back to
the
McDonald's bags again, huh?
So 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 right quick, let's go around the room. Do we think this is Coach Prime last year? Or just go around the room right quick. Brady,
nope.
um, is this his last year? It
coaching.
might be because I know he doesn't like losing. and
Mm-hmm.
he just doesn't have the resources he needs. He doesn't have enough from an NIL standpoint. He needs at least 40 million to throw at players. Then he needs enough money to pay his assistant coaches, back to
Yes.
what Nick was saying, so
Mhm.
he can get
Yes.
on the same level from a coaching staff standpoint as like the big boys for real. And then until he get the trenches fixed, where he
Mm-hmm.
can bring in
Mm-hmm.
them dogs up front on the D line and O line,
Mm-hmm.
it won't happen. He
Okay.
can he can bring in all the 5-star corners he want, skill
Mm-hmm.
position play, all that. It don't matter because if you
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
losing in the trenches, guess what? You catching the
Yeah.
L.
All right. Coach Nick, what do you think? Dion last is
Nope, I don't think so because slowly but surely he's building a decent coaching staff. But like Brady said, you got to have the money to pay these guys. You got to have the money to pay these top-notch assistants to come in there and build your program, and you got to build it from the ground up. Dion and them, Colorado was spoiled. They came. They came. He came. He came to the party with two diamonds. When he
mm-hmm.
walked in, he had two diamonds. He had Shador and Travis
Mm-hmm.
Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond, 5-star athletes. But because they were black and came from smaller places, they didn't get them looks that they should have got. So, but they got the looks at Jackson State, and then they brought them to Colorado. They brought them to
Dude,
Colorado,
Colorado
and
was
then
the
they
hottest
get
thing smoking when them boys got
It
there,
was.
man.
Yeah,
It
show
was.
Colorado
was.
was
Yeah,
smoking.
It was.
everybody was
Show
watching
was.
them. They,
Yeah.
that TCU game, everybody watched that game. That
Yes,
Colorado
they
State
did.
game,
Right.
Yep.
everybody watched that game.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that thing was
just
hype.
like
But until they ran into some real
Right, and then they
things.
ran into a real team. They got chopped up. Yeah.
I hear
because
you.
because the kids in the trenches didn't have the experienced coaches to show them how to play this game. They got
I thought.
spoiled because they had two superstar athletes that carried them that first year till they
Yeah.
got, and then next year reality set in.
Well,
But,
They
Nick, I
they
don't think
didn't.
he really recruited the trenches. Like if he was relying on that portal, man. Like
mm-hmm.
Dion and them was relying on that portal.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't getting in them grandma houses and them mama houses and them daddy houses and getting them off offensive. Like Seaton, they really
Well,
got Seaton because they really came here to get him. They
but
came
the,
Mm-hmm.
here to get, and they had they offensive lineman for instance, like the offense, they offensive one of their assistant offensive lineman coach or the training coach, Deja know his wife. He got a job with Colorado. They said he recruited bruh nonstop. That's how he got there. Like nonstop. And he liked Shador. He thought that, him playing with Shador, him playing for Colorado, that would give him a good look. And it was breaking off that NIL money. But
Right.
he had a bunch of offers. He had over like 30 offers or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not his
Cause
only, this was not his only option. He
oh
thought
yeah, cause
that,
he was gonna go. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off because I think he was gonna go to another school, but he flipped
yeah,
on
he
him.
flipped. He flipped
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
minute.
Mm-hmm.
He flipped, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
last minute.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I don't know, man. Dion is probably for me.
nope.
So
He
you
got
saying he
too many.
gone? He gone?
I think Deion Sanders got too many off the field issues. Not saying like problems, like health. His
I
health is
think
not
that's
the
what,
best.
but I think that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
He
But
wasn't
that's what I'm
allowed.
saying.
He was not healthy, so he could not go on them recruiting trips and walk
Right.
in
I
grandma's
understand
basement.
that. But when you're doing a job, he in a results driven business. Like they don't really care about that. It's sad to say we should care about the man health. They should care about the man health, right? But we're in a results driven business. They don't want to hear that. That's why I think it's gonna be over with. Like they just gonna cut ties with him, and they'll just move on. Dion will get another job somewhere, hopefully. But
But
I think he need to
Colorado,
really focus on his health. Like I feel like he should focus on his health. The man
if
have
he
had a health issue every year he
if
been
he
here.
leaves if he leaves Colorado, they will become irrelevant faster than you can count to two.
Well, they were already
Listen.
irrelevant. That's the thing. They were never really relevant as a team anyway. They was always the punching bag of the Pac-10 and the Pac-12. You
So
know
they're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
hold
And
on.
guess what? As soon as the big dogs want to come in and poach their players, the ones they went and recruited and got from grandma, they're gonna take them too.
Right.
But that's the thing. They've
Yeah.
Yep.
always been doing that. Y'all
Yeah.
know that old boy from the Patriots went to Colorado. Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez went to Colorado. That was his first school. When Dion got there, they let him step. They let him walk to Oregon. He was like the
Because he
best.
wanted more. He
Yeah,
wanted more
Yeah.
money than Dion was willing
But
to
but
give
but
him.
but this is what I'm saying. Like they got
that's the
players,
game.
they be having players,
That's
but
the
the thing
can you
is, it
keep them?
just that yeah, you can't keep them. And I don't even think even Deion Sanders can do that. It's just
Right. He
the
got to
name of
he
the
had a
game.
budget. You get like you
Dion
said, and
Dion
OBO
keeps Dion
is
keeps
about
them
funds
relevant
and
and keeps them fans in the stands.
right. So OJ, we think Dion last season. How do you feel about that? You think it's
I
done
don't.
or
I don't
okay?
think he's done not by a long shot.
Nope.
A couple things need to happen though. Number one, Dion needs to stop hiring his friends and
Mm,
hire the best people for the position. You
that is
saw what
true.
happened when he had Sapp, Marshall Falk, and all those guys there. They weren't developing players. They were there for friendship, from camaraderie, for those things. Sapp is a good coach, but he's not a good coach around people who aren't allowing him to coach. Dion
Mm,
wants ultimate and total control. He has to let the coaches coach, but bring in the best people that are fitted for that job. The coaches you have now, they lack a lot of experience when it comes to certain things. Yes, you have a good offensive coordinator. You had a good offensive coordinator last year, but you didn't have the pieces, the right pieces to that puzzle. You have to put aces in their places. Yes, you're going to have people in the stands because of your name. You're going to have the celebrities there because of your name and because of who you are. But you have to put the right pieces around you for the recruiting, for the schemes, for all those things, and you have to be able to have somebody there who's an elder statesman like a Nick Saban, like a Urban Myers, who you can
mm,
learn, pick
mm.
their brain, and learn from. Hey, how did you go through with this? Look at what Urban Meyer did with Florida. Look at what Nick Saban did with Alabama when they started from scratch, when they started from the bottom, and how they
Mm-hmm.
persevered and
How
were
they
able to
got
do
there.
that.
Yep.
How they
Mm-hmm.
built those programs up. You're in a position, he's in a position right now to really win, to really do something big, but he has to be able to listen and then lead from there.
What those?
Before you go to TJ, real quick, something you said,
Mhm.
OJ, I forgot when we talking about resources and coaching staffs and stuff. The
Mm-hmm.
other thing is the recruiting staff. They are throwing more money at that now. They got a player ops person, they got a recruiting coordinator, a recruiting ops person. Like the recruiting staffs now are like 10, 20 people deep, man. So when
Mm-hmm.
Joker's going on a visit, they got 100 people in their face, getting them off the plane, getting them on campus, getting them gear, getting them to shake
The
hand with this
picture.
coach, meet this alum. Like it's, I'm telling you, that part alone, you got to throw a significant amount of resources at before
Hey,
you even
Rod.
talk about the coaching staff.
Hey, Rodney.
Yes.
When you talk about is this Dion's last year, you should be asking is it Bill Belichick's last year?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this
He need
game,
a quarterback
this
though.
game different.
Bill Belichick need a quarterback.
Yeah, he
He
do.
got Billy Edwards from Maryland, so he gonna win
He
4 games
trash.
instead of three.
Billy
Nah,
Ellis is so trash.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I thought he graduated.
Billy Ellis.
Billy
Oh
Edwards
my
is
god.
right there
He's
at
garbage.
he's the starting quarterback at North Carolina.
Hey, y'all
They're
never
gonna
know,
lose
right?
every game.
Coaching,
No,
just
Billy
like
Ellis
OJ
sucks.
said, you get the right coaching to develop people and time and patience. But I think the key word, and I'm gonna go to TJ next. His key words is don't micromanage. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Dion has tried to control everything, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I think he yes, in a certain sense that he wants to win, but I think he's learning as he if his health problems that to let some of the stuff go because I still believe how cerebral Marshall Falk was. I think he could be a good coach as far as running back wise. And like you said, Warren Sapp, I think he's a good coach, and the way he breaks it down and break it down to make it to keep it simple. As far as attacking and with your leverage and stuff like that.
Yep.
TJ, you think Deion Sanders is his last one last year?
No. I agree with OJ and Nick. I think if he changed that coaching staff up, bulks up the trenches, gets a good defense, I think he's gonna be all right because he picked up a quarterback. Julian Lewis is nice. He's
Yeah, he
real
is
nice,
Nice.
nice.
and he's
Julian
young
Lewis is nice.
too.
Yeah,
He only
he is
18
nice.
years old, so
Hmm.
I like the. I think Colorado's gonna be. I think they're gonna be decent this year. They may make. I don't know how much noise they're gonna make, but I think they're gonna be good. And honestly, Dion, I know we could look at his health and his foot and all that kind of stuff, but the boy look healthy to me. he dating that young Karuchi Tran, and every time he on that boat, boy, he's smiling and everything else. So he looked good and healthy to me.
Hey, Jay,
He said, "What is
is
this
that the
toes
only good
down?
stuff
He
you
toes
saw
and
down."
from
working with Roxy Diaz all the time. I guess so. I ain't mad at
Mhm.
him.
So I think Dion
Mhm.
gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right.
That
Now his
brother
son is the one who
Dion.
probably need to leave, but that'll be another subject with the Browns. But yeah,
Good
Dion.
God Almighty.
Hey, look, I know we're going to go to NFL, but I want to have a little quick fun. Hey, Brady, guess what, Brady? I forgot to tell you. Do you know this is the 20th episode? So we want, congratulations for everybody supporting me. And also, if you like this show, please subscribe, share, like, tell your cousin, tell your auntie, Juju, Ray Ray, Uncle Tom, anybody, man. Tell everybody, man. We just here to want to have fun, to play after podcast. Thank you guys for being faithful. It's 20th episode, Brady. Just want to let you know that. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. And thank you for everybody who's on the AD for coming on. Coach Whitlock for coming on. Kevin Stanfield, you know how I feel about you. Thank you for coming on. And everybody participated for coming on. San, Pat, Gerald, who else? Did I miss anybody? Everybody who could contribute to it, man. Thank y'all for coming on. This is the 20th episode, but we're going to have a little fun and we're going to go to NFL. We probably go over an hour, but I just want to, because it kind of got heated with the Julio Jones talk. So last week, OJ, we said, we were saying about,
Irrelevant.
we were talking about Alabama, right? And it came up who had the better season. We were talking about Devontae Smith or Julio Jones. Who was the better player in college? And I put emphasis on again. Who was the better player in college? So it was a good conversation, but the numbers was leaning towards Devin Smith. Brady, Brady, you was here last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
I was
know.
in the Smith camp.
Right, me too. I was Smith's camp. Somebody else was in the Julio Jones camp. But we're going. They've got another question that we're going to suppose. I think, and my criteria is they won a national championship. They went. Did they go undefeated? I don't think Auburn. I think Auburn did go undefeated. Cam Newton run with the Heisman Trophy candidate as a quarterback was probably one of the best. So I want to pick Cam up against who did I say? It was I guess Tim Tebow in college.
Tebow washing them, wiped them
In
down.
college,
Yeah.
who? That 1 year though, man. But if you
I thought it
in
was.
What's
college,
up?
who
What's
was the
I
up?
better
thought you had
player?
Michael Vick
They
in that
weren't.
conversation.
What's
Who was
I
the
I
did.
better?
heard
We
about
can.
that?
We could do that. We could do that too.
Yeah, and
What's
this
I
We could
still
do
heard
that.
about
Tebow.
that is Cam Newton was Tebow's backup.
He was his
So
backup.
so so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had Cam and Vince Young. That's why I apologize.
Oh, Cam and
It was
Oh,
Vince
Cam
Cam
and
Young.
and
Vince
Vince
Young.
Him
Yeah,
Young.
and Vince
Oh,
Young.
that's
yeah.
Cam. I'm
Cam
going
and
with
Vince.
Cam.
Okay.
If it's
I'm
Cam versus Vince Young, I think Vince Young was good though. Like, but
Cam
that
had
Cam season,
I mean, Vince Young had more
talent.
NFL players.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let me go around the
Cam was
room.
must see TV.
Okay, go ahead, Brady. Brady, start up first. That's
Oh,
that
all
you
right,
think.
yeah. I'll have to lean Cam, man. He was a phenomenon, man. That 1 year was out of this world, man. Like you
Insane.
had to stop. Like, oh, what time Auburn come on? Oh, I gotta make sure I'm in front of the TV so I don't miss that. I mean, he was a playmaker, man. Big moments, like he had it all. Now, don't get me wrong, man. That season Vince Young had. And that game against USC, incredible, man. And just
Incredible.
the drama with it, that last second touchdown where he just ran that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that was tough, yo. So I thought Vince was gonna be a whole lot better than he was. But yeah, that camp season, that's the one for me.
TJ.
If you say an overall college career, Vince Young, single season Cam. Yeah. Cam, I didn't miss a game, man. I did not miss a game of
Me
Cam.
too, man. 6'5", running people over, talking trash. Had a clean cut. and had a rocket as an arm, and he couldn't lose. And then not only that, how many NFL players that he had on that team? One, Nick Foley. Was it Nick Foley?
Yeah, Nick
Defensive
Foley.
tackle,
Yeah,
offensive line, couple
yeah.
of offensive linemen, and that's probably about it, 4 or 5
Can't
players, I
name a
think.
receiver. Can't
Yeah,
name
he
one
can't name a
receiver.
receiver, so you
Nope.
know his man was good. So go ahead. I mean, I just got a little excited right there.
Nah, yeah.
I wouldn't put. I'd have to go with Cam too because Vince Young had a lot. Vince Young had NFL quality players surrounded him. That back then Texas was was the big dog, one of the big dogs,
They
and
still
everybody
is.
who wanted to play in the NFL went to Texas. If they didn't go to USC or Ohio State or Alabama, they were
Mm-hmm.
going. They were going there. Cam had Farley and a couple of the whatnots almost,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and took that team
Mm-hmm.
to a championship
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and talking
Mm-hmm.
trash the whole way. Like TJ said, he didn't miss a Cam game. Well, tell you personally, I ain't missed a Shador game
Mm,
because I thought the boy had talent, and I think the boy has talent, and I think that if his last name wasn't Sanders, he'd have been a first round draft pick.
mm.
You might got a good point there. You might got a good
I
Yeah.
point.
agree with that.
That and he didn't get drafted by Cleveland.
He over there throwing them ducks in the preseason. Yeah, he first round quarterback of that. That brother throwing.
OJ. Let me ask you this: were you there when were you there at USC when they played Texas in the Rose Bowl?
I was at the game. I didn't play, but I was at the game. Yeah.
He ain't that old. He ain't Coach Nick old.
Okay, okay. But other than that, who would you pick, Cam or VY or YV?
uh, this young, I mean, seeing it in person, man, that was something to see. Uh, especially being on the sideline. So that
Yo, I
was something
can't
to see.
imagine. I can't
But I would
imagine.
definitely say Cam. Cam was must see TV, man. When Cam, every play, you was just like, what's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do next? He made play after play after play, even when there was no play. You can see plays where everyone's covered. He don't really have anywhere to run, but I mean, he would just make a way, man. And I'm like, boy, if that ain't an example of God being with you when you playing, I don't know what is.
Mm,
'Cause,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
he would take the smallest thing, man, and just make a play out of it. Throwing opposite side across his body,
Mm.
off his back foot, everything, man. He was making play after play, and he wasn't scared to run that ball.
I tell you, it was
So
symphony. It was
yeah,
just.
definitely
It
Cam.
was. It was the greatest thing I ever watched in my life. Boy, I tell you. Cam Newton, boy, that Cam Newton. It was a difference. Cam Newton and Auburn was the dominant team when Vince Young and them came. When y'all think about that year that they went to the national championship, everybody
Mm-hmm.
knew that USC was the
You'll
best team in
see.
football. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But when you thought about that Auburn team, it was Cam Newton. We knew that Auburn was the best team in the nation because of Cam Newton. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I'm telling you, Cam Newton and 2019 Joe Burrow. Look, that should have been the convo because them two boys. Oh my gosh! When I looked at them 2 seasons, I was like, look, I don't think it get better than this, man.
But you got to
Yeah.
remember too, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow couldn't beat out Haskins.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's cool because what's his name couldn't beat out Cam couldn't beat out Chris Leak and Tim Tebow. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
just it's just when you get your opportunity. I just feel like shoot. Man, like I said, Cam Newton and Joe Burrow, it was must see. When you watch LSU that year, that's must see TV. When you
Yeah.
watch Cam Newton that year, it was must see TV.
It
You
was.
wanted to know how many points they was dropping that
Yes.
week. You knew it was a win. You just wanted to see
Mm-hmm.
it, and especially that Alabama game. Look, that brother, oh, it's a shame what happened to him in the league, man. Them injuries, man, he was different. Even his MVP year, he ain't had nobody to throw the ball
Yeah,
to.
once the show to go, it's something different, So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Plus, he
yeah.
tried
Well,
to run over too many folks in the NFL.
hey,
Yeah, man,
hey.
but shoot, Josh Allen do the same thing, but he just don't get hurt. That's
Oh
all.
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of I feel like what's happened with that boy in Indianapolis that
Mm.
played at Florida.
Oh, Anthony
Anthony
Richardson.
Richardson.
Anthony
Yeah,
Richardson.
Yeah,
yeah.
man. so
Yeah,
much
man.
talent, man. But
Tough break.
I
Well, he
think
needed to
they'll.
go back to school. So
Yeah, man. It's
he
Yeah.
just.
Go
That's
back
the
to
one
school.
time you let it go.
look,
Get out of
look.
here.
No, well, he needed to go. He should have never went into the draft. But I understand where his mindset was at, bruh. I'm going number 4.
Yeah,
Like, like
I'm
like
gone.
how do you pass up on that chance? Like
Hmm.
I was not on the radar before that last season in Florida, and now they talk about I'm going number 4. Like that's kind of you got to take that money when you see it. The
Yeah.
problem is like, again, he hurt all the time, so it's just like he hurt and he ain't developing. I don't know what happens with him. He like Trey Lance, basically.
True.
I think he need to go to Kansas City myself because even Justin Fields ain't look good yesterday against Kansas City, man.
Yeah, I
And
think he
speaking
over.
about,
I think he done. Yeah. Go
no,
ahead.
I still think Justin Fields can hope it. But speaking about that, we're gonna transition to the NFL preseason games, and we're gonna re-talk about that, and we're gonna wrap it up. OJ, since you root for the Steelers, man, we're gonna let you go first. What do you think about the ghost of Mike Tomlin? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Mm.
Uh, what do you think about Pittsburgh and the new regime of the retread coaches? Did I say that again? What do you think about your Steelers, and how do you feel about the Steelers? How do you think they look? Discount double check. Are you have hope in them? Your defense, are they getting too old? Joey Potter. We got whole stuff to talk about the Steelers, man. Let us know how you feel about whatever you want. Let it loose, man, and go ahead. Give us what you expect the Steelers going to do, and what you think about the preseason going on.
I think the Steelers will go as far as McCarthy and Rodgers will take them.
Mm.
But in order to do that, we have to stay healthy. With TJ and Hayward, yes, they're getting up in age, but they have to produce, man. Last year,
Mhm.
they didn't really hit the ground running. They tried to do a few things, but TJ struggling with injury, man, and Watson's normally that consistency on the defense. So if he can stay healthy this year and produce some sacks, really get after it, and if we can pressure the quarterback, we got some young boys up front who can do that. So hopefully everybody can stay healthy this year. We can do that. I think the secondary is pretty solid. Ramsey need to stay healthy, and offensively, we got to be able to run the ball, man. We got to be
Got to
able to
get him
run the
back.
ball. We got to be able to run the ball in order to open up the passing lanes. And if we could do that, then we will be good. We'll be good.
How do you feel about the young offensive line you have?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I mean, it's going to take time for them to gel. That's for anything. You can't. I mean, you could throw together the 5 best offensive linemen in the NFL, but they have to have time to gel. They got to be able to play off of one another. So it's going to take a couple of games for them to do that. Yes, they have some burn in the preseason, but it's just going to be a consistency thing. So if they can play together, stay consistent, and if they can just have that leader, that voice of the offensive line to bring everybody together and play together on one accord, then they'll be all right.
Cool, cool. So what team in your league, your division, did you are kind of worried about? You're not worried about nobody. You're just going
We ain't worried
to
about nothing.
okay, okay, okay. So you ain't worried about them Browns who got a whole
They
five
got
new
some good.
offensive linemen. Woo, man, it might Cleveland. I don't know. We'll see. I
They
think
try.
they
Cleveland
got
ain't
some
gonna win a
talent,
game
man.
this
They
year,
winning
man.
2 games, man.
They try. They trying to do that on purpose.
Well, they got 2 first round picks, 3, maybe 3 first round
Mm-hmm.
picks. So
That's right.
yeah.
Wow, man.
Mm.
I think that GM is a good GM, man. I don't think he tied up with that management, man. Because there's no way in the world they come out and Deshaun Watson is a starter. So,
That
but
is crazy.
that
That's
that
That's
crazy.
I,
money.
It's the
That's
is it
money.
money.
money?
It's
It's
the
the
money.
money.
It gotta be.
Is it money?
It's gotta be. He's owed
It's
It's
the
the
$70
money.
money.
mil, Roddy. It's the
Dan
money.
Graziano said this morning on Get Up. He said that the cap hit if they released or waived him like
It's almost
they
two
like they
hundred
should
million
have done
dollars.
after Deshaun ran his mouth after that preseason game would have been $100 million, been 14 million this year and 86 million next year.
Yup. Yup.
86 million cap hit
And they
on
owe,
one player.
and if he on the team in March next year, they owe him 100 mil.
A
So he
hundred.
gonna
Like,
be on there. Yeah, well, this is last year in Cleveland, then, man. Because they're not gonna do that, man. That's crazy, man. That
Like I
is
said,
crazy.
Cleveland. I told my buddy, said Cleveland ain't got that Cleveland ain't got that Texas A&M money where they paid Jimbo Fisher $75 million to walk away.
Bro,
Mm.
that team so dysfunctional. The owner of that team, he owns the Bucks. He done traded Myles Garrett and Giannis Antetokounmpo in the same offseason.
Same offseason.
In the same offseason. This man owned two franchises. How they let this happen? That's
I ain't
insane,
think
Rodney.
that's funny. I ain't know that. I didn't.
Yes.
But
He
here's the
owned
other
the
thing.
Bucks and the Browns, and he sold the best players in history, daggone near other franchise in one
He
offseason.
must got some money then, man. He must have got some money. And that's why that's what Yana said. I can't get jiggy with this. I need to go. But right, go back. I'm gonna go back to OJ right quick. OJ, so what other players that you've seen for your fantasy, and what players do you think in the preseason that you're excited to see that has been doing well too? Also,
You mean outside the Steelers?
yeah, outside the Steelers, yes.
Uh Man, it's quite a few. I'm interested to see what Chicago can do this year with Caleb Williams. I'm
Mm,
interested to see what they can do if he can put together a full season of work. Because I mean, preseason, a lot of people look good in preseason. They look good in OTAs and all these things. But what can you do in the season when it really counts? When the stats are on the line. So I'm
mhm,
interested to see them. Uh, I'm interested to see what Jalen did, what Daniels can do for the Commanders, man.
mm.
Who? Who? Oh Lord,
Who?
here we go. Here we
Who?
go. Here we
I
Get
got
go.
sacked.
five
Get
on
Yeah,
it.
sacked.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
Look, no,
yeah.
you can't say you got five on it. Y'all can't use that. He done sent the cease and desist letter. You can't use that.
But he's exciting to watch, man, when he's on. So
Thank
if
you.
they can if they can protect him, and
They can't.
and, like I said, if if they can
We seen the
protect him
first play. We seen the
and
first
get and
play in
give him
preseason.
some time to get that ball down the field, he'd be all right, man.
Jose, what do you think about that quarterback in New York? You ain't gotta be quiet, man.
Silence is golden,
That's
ain't
the
it?
crickets, boy. That's the
Hey,
Crickets, crickets.
JD6, man. That's JD6.
Let the
oh
man.
One
Lord.
one
He
over
got so much to
five.
process. He got so much to process. So I'm gonna let her finish. Go ahead, man. Mr. Jackson died, sir.
Um, Dart has to be protected, man. He can move the ball, he can run the ball and do those things. He has to be smarter with it. He has to for a quarterback like him, you can't have him sitting in the pocket. You have to have a moving pocket. So he has to be able to roll out outside the pocket. He makes plays. That's a strong point. So
Mm,
get him a moving pocket, roll with him. Put an extra tight end or somebody in there to chip block and stuff, man, and he'll be all right. Scatterboo stay healthy. He can get that running game going. Odell look good, so we'll see.
Hey, would you say? Would you
I
say,
said
sir?
Odell look good,
OJ,
So
ask him about
that.
Falele.
huh?
We, we,
Ask him about Falele, OJ.
go ahead, please, sir. Go ahead.
I'm done, man.
What happened to Falele, bro?
We sent him. We went to southern side of Florida. We sent him the other side of Florida. Say
Dang,
you
didn't
not
y'all
gonna
just
make this
sign
trip.
him in free agency? Y'all just
Hey
signed the
man, hey
brother.
look, they gave a 6th round pick. We going, hey, you got to go because the rookie
Dang, you
was
know
looking
how
so
bad
good.
you
We don't
gotta
need him,
be. You know how
huh?
bad you gotta be to get signed in free agency and traded in the same.
I mean, they need the offensive lineman, man.
Look, Roddy, that's bad. He's bad, bad. I don't understand what the Jaguars
Is
gonna
he
do with
bad
that.
or he just can't? He overreached. I think he plays too high to me. That's what I see.
Shoot,
But
Shannon and Ocho said that brother need to be working at Subway. They say he need to make couple sandwiches, man.
all right, man. Let me move on. Let me go with Brady. Brady, what you think about your Commanders? Anybody else you like thought he's gonna have a good season? Rookies or anybody surprising? OJ, Odell Beckham, you might gonna pick him up on your fantasy, something like that. Anybody? And then
Uh,
Brady, then TJ, you next.
Probably not going to pick up Odell. Probably
Okay.
not.
Mm,
Uh huh.
mm.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think I'm surprising anybody with that. But as far as my Commanders, I got some concerns.
Uh-oh.
I got some concerns. I'm worried about
Look at that.
corner depth. I'm worried
Mhm.
about the O line, and if Coleman can hold up, man, it's tough. And then they talking about we might try to do a little trade. Maybe we can bring in Joey Porter from the
Joey
Steelers.
Porter.
No, that'd be a
Yeah.
good pick for y'all.
Yep.
I know
The
we gotta give up
Steelers.
something to
What you
get
got to
him,
say
but
about that, OJ? Steelers, you gonna take your top corner, your top dog?
Hey man, I believe when it happened, man.
that's true. Nah, but I know that costs a lot to get him. So
Yeah, go toss it first. Shoot.
yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm a little worried about the line because I just don't need my quarterback running for his life.
Mm.
Now, as far as the rest of the league go, I ain't worried about the rest of the league. They better be
Mm.
worried about us, especially all the Falcons. That's not a hot take. Everybody should know
You
that,
know,
right?
oh, that's not what you told me at church,
What?
Brady. You
Oh,
tell me
about Sonny?
what else you worried about?
Hey,
It
look,
ain't
you
always
know what,
sunny. It
Jay?
don't look like it's always sunny in DC, did it?
I'm gonna be transparent. So
TJ.
so guess what? Funny. So Jay, but we was talking about it, right? So then I saw this film breakdown on YouTube. They were saying like, especially the long touchdown run, that wasn't his fault. The whoever that was on the end over pursued and opened the
Mhm.
gate, out the back door. But they said, I mean, I told Jay this. I believe some of y'all were real amped up about Sonny Style. I watched Ohio State almost all their games. Okay, y'all know I'm a Michigan fan. I'm saying I never feel him on the field. I
He's
just
overrated.
don't.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
had so much other talent around him that I feel like that was kind of lending itself. And then of course when the draft came and all those measurables, everybody, oh, he's 6'5" and he run this and he jumped that. Do you know he out there? Can you feel him on the football field? Is he
Mhm.
stuffing the fullback in the hole or jamming them tight ends and getting in the? I ain't seen none of that.
I felt Caleb more than
Matter of
that.
fact, is London Fletcher still around?
Mm.
He got any eligibility left? Man, listen, I don't care what you say. London Fletcher, 5'9", man, he hit you in the mouth, man. That's what I need at linebacker.
He said eligibility.
Not to cut you off, but he should be in the
I,
Hall of Fame.
I'm done.
He should be in the
He
Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
should. He
oh yes,
should. No,
I
he
He
know
should.
should.
that
He
if
should.
you
He should
check his
definitely be in the Hall
numbers
of Fame.
against Ray
Yeah,
Lewis,
his
you check his
numbers up there
numbers
with Ray
against Ray
Lewis. Yeah.
Lewis,
Mhm.
identical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. TJ.
Cali Akmanis, boy. When I tell you we got the best, the best. When I tell you that boy showed out 2 games in a row. And you know
Hey.
what? I'm not worried. I am worried about the O line. I ain't gonna hold you because that was a little concerning. Even though when JD a whole celebrity. So when he got on the field, of course the fans was going crazy. Of course they wanted to tackle him. They wanted to touch your boy. Diggs was out there. Terry was out there. Of course they wanted to touch him. So yeah, but I ain't worried about that. Now our defense. Our defense got 3 turnovers in the past 2 games. In each game, actually, too. Our
Uh-oh.
defense is looking right. It's looking real right.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're gonna see. I'm very excited. I'm very
That
Y'all
was
excited.
know.
Jared
I'm
Goff.
you
Golf
said
was playing. Golf was playing.
no, golf wasn't playing.
Jameer Gibbs play. Did
No.
Amon Ra play?
Hey,
He
But
coming. He coming to
you know
Point
what?
Blank.
J
He
Dot, we're
coming
gonna
to
give you
Point
we're gonna
Blank.
give you your turn. We're coming to
Go
you
ahead,
next.
y'all.
But you know
Go
what?
ahead.
We're coming to you next.
But I like the consistency. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
The play call. It was no. I'm not yelling at the TV. Oh man, that was a dumb play. What plays we running? The only thing is we got to know how to stop that run though. So I feel Brady on that. We got to clog that line and stop that run because there was 2 games in a row where the running back was kind of having his way with us early. But I'm excited. We getting turnovers. That's something we haven't been getting in the past couple of years since 2020, really. When what's his name? Del Rio was our defensive coordinator. So I'm excited about the turnovers. I'm excited to see what we're gonna do next. So yeah, I'm happy about the consistency.
Mm. You good with J Dot?
What's up, man?
Go ahead. What about your Falcons?
Look, man, preseason was good. I
Just put the
mean, it didn't impress. It impressed me. Jack Strand impressed me. Um, the defensive line played well. The offensive line played well because we had no starters playing this game. So it's like, for me,
Talk
it's
about
like,
Jay. Talk about Jay.
what
Talk about Jay. I didn't mean to cut
was
you off.
that?
Hold on.
What's that?
we gonna say a moment of prayer because your excitement about your Falcons kind of went down from the last couple of weeks. So that's why
Look,
TJ, that's why TJ and them and Nick started laughing because he was like, man, I really don't
look,
want to talk about
Hey,
this.
look, Rodney. Look, they get happy about the preseason plan. Josh Dobbs getting a sack on Josh Dobbs. That boy Josh Dobbs ain't gonna play a game this year. Like what I seen on I seen a couple of players that's probably like depth pieces that's gonna make the team that I like. Like this dude Carlos Allen Jr. Like he played out his mind on the D line. He's an undrafted free agent. I seen of course James Pierce was out there just beating up on everybody since he suspended 8 games. They've been putting him in the preseason. He just killing everybody. Um, they get him some run. I seen we got a linebacker that we drafted in the 4th round, and he about to start essentially. He's popping off the screen when it comes on like on tape, bro. He did against the ones and he did against the twos and threes this week. So he probably done solidify his spot. And again, like Jack Strand, bro, like he is the
Oh
superstar
my gosh.
of the preseason of that preseason game. He's played the best out of the backups in the preseason this year. 6'4", 240, you know what I mean? Had almost a daggone near perfect passer rating in the preseason. All the throws was on the money. He threw dots. You know what I mean? Like he just threw straight. He just threw straight heaters, man. He probably better than Jaden Daniels, for real, for real. Like if
Oh
you give him a
Here
chance,
we
Lord.
go. Here
you
we
know what I'm
go.
Here
saying?
we
You know, just
go.
if you
Here
give
we
him a
go.
chance, you know what I'm saying? Like what I but then what I took all honestly though, I like what I seen from the offensive line. My only concern was if we could run the ball in preseason and we had our way. After last week, they said that the coach did this in joint practice and the coach did that in joint practice. But the same players that was on the field during the preseason game, they got dominated, like literally dominated. They didn't score any touchdowns in this game. So it's like I, I like what I seen. It's improving. My boy's back. He got cleared for 11 on 11 a day, and he was out there cooking. They say he had like one of the best throws in of the pre of the Witcher training camp. He throwing it over the middle like I like. You know what I
No
mean?
pressure.
It was 11 on 11. It was pressure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he back 11 on 11. It ain't 8. He ain't 7 on 7 no more. You know what I mean?
He got
Um,
red tape all over his body, right?
yeah. So do Jaden Daniels. You know how he get. He's scared too. You know he don't
Okay.
eat cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? So Jaden Daniels, I did see
Ooh-wee.
what I seen from the command. I watched the Commanders game too. I watched them get that. You know, they talk about Joe Burrow getting blown up. What about Jaden Daniels getting blown up like Joe Burrow did on the first play? That's concerning. You know what I mean? But I mean, like again, if they can protect them, they have a good, decent season. You know what I'm saying? Um, I watched the Steelers too. You know, Drew Law probably be starting by the end of the season, brother. You know what I mean? I
No
don't know
way.
if Aaron Rodgers is gonna play the whole season, man. I don't know, man. I ain't seen him he looking like an old man out there, man. I don't know. What else I got? Who else played this weekend that I watched? Uh, I watched that Packers game, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the Broncos probably going to the Super Bowl, man.
Oh, please.
Um, I'm telling you, I'm being so real with you, Rodney. They first team was clicking like no other. They second team, like Sertan was not playing no games. Brother had a this preseason, and that brother had a strip. That boy got he stripped the ball out, fumble, and he almost got a pick. Like he's not playing.
Hmm.
They not playing this year. The
Yeah,
Broncos are not playing with y'all
they got
this
a chip
year.
on their shoulder.
They're even Waddle showed out in that game, man. Like that's gonna be a hard team to beat. They are primed to go. Like I'm being so honest with you, the Broncos probably going to the Super Bowl this year.
Man, how did
Like
we lose that game? I'm sorry. I mean, I had a flashback. I probably I didn't mean to say that out
lose
loud.
which game?
The
I
Denver game.
Y'all lost the Denver game. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
and we
Dang,
were up.
y'all was up by like 30, weren't y'all?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Forgot that happened. That was up 30 in that game. I looked at that all day like, is this a typo? But all in all, bro, preseason it was a good preseason. We plan to start us this week in preseason. All our guys came back. They healthy. Well, we had the injury bug like crazy. Bates is back. Diablo's back. So we'll see what the defense look like. You know what I mean?
All right, thank
But
you, JD.
My
Appreciate
turn.
it. Coach Nick, go ahead, sir.
Now that we get away from Fantasy Island,
mm,
over in Atlanta, Lord have mercy.
all my
Drax
quarterbacks undefeated versus you.
Jack Strand, a community college all star.
He was
He
playing in the
playing
league
against.
yesterday.
I tell you the best. I tell you one of the best quarterbacks I've seen in the preseason this year has been Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Milton's good though.
Joe Milton could be starting for a lot of places, and it
I don't
might
Yeah,
be
he
think so.
could
Dallas.
be. No, Joe Milton's good, bro.
He
Like
got a, he got
he is
a,
good.
he got a cannon. That's it. I don't see nothing
Nah,
else.
he got better. He got better. Like when I watched that preseason game, he got better.
He
Yeah.
got
Like
better.
accurate. He got more accurate. But yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Okay, I like Joe Milton. I think I definitely agree with the Broncos defense is another world. They're playing very well, but they still, at the end of the day, they're gonna still have to come to Baltimore. Baltimore is the team to beat in the AFC. I'm sorry, the Steelers gonna give them a good run, but the Steelers. I like them, but they need a running back. They need a
Mm,
running back like Atlanta needs a quarterback. They need a running back.
y'all do
They
too.
our team. I have concerns like Brady said. The offensive line is the center is he Algrady has been hurt off and on all year. He's coming back to camp, but you don't see nobody throwing a parade like they throwing for Michael Penix because he just got cleared not to get
They
hit.
did. We threw a parade. He got cleared to play. He played. He played. He practiced
Okay,
today.
then okay, so we got our between our running back room and our wide receiver room, we got plenty of trade pieces to pick up an offensive
Y'all
lineman, to
do.
pick up another cornerback that will help us out tremendously. I think that yeah, Josh Jobs got away with that one. The guy went out of position, but it happens all the time. I
Yep.
mean, look, I tell you what, you talking about a team that looked like they ready. Did you see the Seahawks?
Yeah, but I still think the
Man,
Broncos.
and Drew Lock ain't no joke either. You talk
Mm-hmm.
about yeah, Drew Lock is not no joke. He's a viable quarterback. He just, I mean, Sam Darnold's happy. They gonna be fire.
You've been watching Hard Knocks.
Yeah, it's been good.
Mm.
Hmm.
It is, I'm glad you brought that up. The way he breaks down togetherness and as a team, man, I love it. Now that's good. I can see why Harbaugh got fired because their coach they said, well, why did we leave
Hmm.
him go, let him go? So that's just
Yeah,
another
Yeah,
thing.
he was right
never
there in
should
the
have let him
building
go.
for us. Right there in the building for us, and we ain't hiring. We hired Raheem Morris. Good God,
Well, we did the
had
same thing. We
had
let
ties to the franchise. Like,
well the Commanders let McVay go.
Yep.
We let Kyle go.
Mm-hmm.
We've let a lot of a lot of decent coordinators and stuff. Kevin O'Connell go. I mean, the coaching staff around the NFL is all ex-commanders.
yeah,
Because that
Mm.
that one, there was no reason for us not to have a good team, but we had the worst leader in the bunch, a clown Jay Gruden.
Well,
We had all the
I guess
great coaches we had,
when they
but I
fired
think,
Shanahan, I guess everybody went too. I said, I hear you. So yeah,
but I think that we're gonna have a good season. I think that they talk about all the other teams in our division, the Giants and the boys and the Eagles. But the Eagles don't impress me. They don't impress me that much because they still got to replace AJ. I don't care what they say. And
they
Devontae Smith
did.
is good, but Devontae Smith is light in the pants too.
They
And
got
now that he's
Wicks.
going to be a number one, now he's going to
They
be a number
got
one receiver. Man, they're gonna tax him like the government.
they got a
he
kid
was
from
not.
the UFC.
He was
Um,
number one Jalen Hurts first year, right, Rodney?
who
Devontae.
he was number one? No, he was number. They won A1B.
I'm saying no. I'm saying he was the number one. He was the number one. He was his number one receiver that first year. Devontae got there. Wasn't Devontae the number one receiver?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they traded for AJ
Yeah.
Brown. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then they won the Super Bowl.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 So you don't say
Devontae
nothing
Smith
about the
doesn't scare anybody to me.
you say what?
I said I don't think Devontae Smith scares anybody.
Shoot.
I,
No, he
I think he's
nice.
good,
That
man. He's
brother
nice.
nice.
He's
It's
nice.
so,
He's still nice.
He's nice.
so
He ain't scary Terry and Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
Joe ain't.
brother.
That's
Scary
that's the best
Terry.
wide receiver
Oh,
in the division.
Joe
Bruh,
is.
y'all know
Yep.
he's not even a top 15 wide receiver,
That's
man.
hey,
Like,
what's
come
that?
on,
Say it
man.
again, man. Coach Nick. What'd you just say?
that's the
Scary
best
Terry.
wide receiver tandem in the division.
Yes.
Tandem.
Tandem is crazy.
Oh,
Tandem is
okay.
crazy. They are not
Diggs,
better than George Pickens, and they not better than George Pickens and CD, bruh. Come on
Yeah,
now.
that's probably the best
They
tandem,
are
and I
not
will
better
say
than
that.
them. They are not better than them too.
ooh-wee.
But
Can I finish talking and let 3 and 14 be quiet for a minute so I can
go
go ahead and
go
get my
hey, go
shoot.
ahead, Coach
They
Nick.
3 and 14?
y'all
Our
lost more games
defense,
than
our
us last
defense
year.
is stellar. TJ
Yep.
and I ain't worried about it. TJ gonna be at the games cheering and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time the Falcons game rolls around, we done qualified for the playoffs, and the Falcons are looking at, oh, we gonna get Arch Manning next year.
Hey, hold on, Rodney. You see how I interrupt because I'm called for. I never did. I'm called. I get called to the table. You get what I'm saying? I get called to the table. So now, if I talk about how they lost less games, how they lost more games than us last year, or how they lost to us last year, it's something else. You know what I
And you didn't
mean?
make the playoffs like us
You
last
didn't
year.
either. You were picking top 10. You were
The
picking
floor
top
is open.
7.
OJ, the floor is open. If you want to interject, that's how it is. Go ahead and we good. Everybody say their piece. So we good to go. If you want to speak on it, speak on it.
3 and 14.
Hey man, them Falcons gonna be all right, man. Don't sweat
Coach
it,
Nick
man.
don't know. He don't know. He don't know.
OJ, you smoking with J Dot smoking on, man? He know they ain't gonna be that good this year.
No,
J
bro.
got
We
smoking
starting with the
that
They,
that
Steelers.
formula.
We
hey,
starting with the
Delta.
Steelers. We starting with the Steelers. OJ, no. We starting with the Steelers,
Oh
baby.
no.
man,
Yeah, we is, baby. We starting with the Steelers.
come on.
When JJ Watt puts his footprint on Michael Penix's chest, if he gets out there, he might trip on his way to out the stadium.
Look, Rodney. You know, look at the injury jokes. If I talk about how his quarterback got snapped like a pretzel last year in Dallas, I'm wrong.
All
And he's
right.
not a healthy guy either. He don't be healthy, y'all. Like I understand that he is literally one hit away as well. Like
He's fragile too. He's
he's
fragile too.
very
Yeah.
fragile. Yes.
hmm
Y'all
hmm
pick one season. Y'all
And
pick
we won,
one
and
hmm
we were one
season.
and we were one game away from the Super Bowl.
That's
Oh,
Yep.
fine. That's
let's
fine.
talk
But you
about
got
that.
50, you got a 55 ball put on your head. Y'all,
That's
that's
all
fine.
right.
That's
But we
crazy.
lost to
They
the
put
Super Bowl
55
champion.
on it. Yeah, but y'all
We
got
lost to
55
the Super
put on your
Bowl
head
champions.
though. But getting 55 put on your head is crazy.
We
55
lost.
in the
We lost to the
playoffs?
Super Bowl champions.
Mm-hmm.
See, we lost to the Super Bowl champions. Like everybody got to lose to the Super Bowl champions to get to the Super Bowl most of the time, right?
But see, y'all didn't get
So
that far.
like that's how it works. Like the Super Bowl champion, obviously he wins. He beats most of the teams in the playoffs, and he gets there. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Hey, hey, look, we already over time, man. We're gonna wrap it up, man. I appreciate y'all, everybody. Oh yeah, I will say something about the Giants. The Giants, we look
mm,
dominant, but I don't know how much you're saying it because we played against the Dolphins, but we did what we were supposed to do.
you play
We
the Dolphins this
ran.
week. Mm,
We played them last week, but it didn't look
mm.
like it though. But yeah, it was a scrimmage pretty much. But we dominated. Offensive line, defensive line. Odell Beckham dropped a touchdown. Our
Mm,
cornerbacks look good. The defensive scheme looks good. The young thoroughbred looks good out there. I'm excited. Harbaugh's a good coach. It seemed like it's been ran as a professional team. So I'm excited about the Giants. I'm excited about this week against probably the Jets. I think we're going to play to see who's going to make the team. I'm kind of worried. I don't even know why they even saying if Odell going to make it. He should make the team. That's just my opinion.
mm.
But if he don't, it is what it is. Maybe they're gonna re-sign or whatever. But I'm excited about that. Also, that kid 86. You think he gonna make the team for the Commanders? Anybody? TJ or
Bradley.
Yeah,
yeah,
Burke's in trouble.
Yeah,
Burke's
Burks
in
is in
trouble?
trouble.
Burke's in
Really?
trouble. I
Yeah.
think so.
Wow,
See,
wow,
well, he was undrafted.
right.
Yeah, oh my
Practice squad.
goodness. Oh, he out there playing against D2 players and plumbers. Like, come on, like
Community college.
see, it don't apply. You know what
Community college all stars.
I'm saying?
Hey, but look, Coach Nick, that quarterback they got, man, he really could play, man. They got a baller,
Nice. I'm
man.
telling you, he
He got a
really
baller,
nice.
man.
So what about the quarterback TJ been talking about?
Yeah,
Our
he's
rookie
been looking
quarterback.
good.
Our
He
rookie
Yeah.
quarterback.
he played in a pro style system.
What quarterback?
Yeah, what's his name? Callie McManus.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He
Very
can play.
nice. He can
He
play.
can play. It's
Seventh
gonna be
round.
good.
he played for
Y'all wait.
y'all.
The fact that at the end of training camps, the Falcons be searching the waiver wire looking for a quarterback.
You see how
Mm,
he do, Rodney?
mm.
He sent for me. So that's why I gotta cook him. That's why I gotta cook him. That's why I always gotta cook him. Jaden Daniels,
He
first
said,
segment, who y'all play the first 3 games? I bet you Jaden Daniels don't make it through them 3 games.
"Oh right."
He
And
played
y'all
Dallas, he played the
and Michael
Eagles, and he played like the Seahawks or something. I remember the last time the Seahawks was on TV with y'all.
and Michael Penix is gonna get through Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Michael Penix would be good through
Oh
Pittsburgh. We
please,
got good O line. We got good O line. We got
please.
good O line. You know what's crazy? The last time we played Pittsburgh, right? They only reason they beat us by all field goals. They scored 15 points in field
I
goals.
remember
Like
that game.
yeah, like it wasn't like the
Where,
game was they like blew us out or anything like that. It was that's how that game went. And matter of fact, that was the first game old bruh came off of that Achilles. He ain't know what he was doing out there.
He still don't.
So yeah,
hey,
but shoot, he's willing to teach the guy that's behind him. He wasn't willing to do that here.
I
We'll
hear you,
see.
man. We'll see.
Mm.
But I'm excited, baby. Until next week, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. We over a little bit in time, but I appreciate everyone. Brady, Coach Nick, J Dot, TJ, my brother, and
Yeah.
special guest. Thank you for coming on, OJ. I know you gotta
Come
go to
on back,
your
OJ. Come on back, OJ.
yeah.
Because
Come
there's
on
a
back.
Yeah.
Come
fantasy
on back.
draft next
Oh,
week.
I definitely will.
We definitely gonna have
Sure.
to. Hey, give us a shout out on your radio show, man. At night when the Quiet Storm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shout you out in Quiet Storm, brother. I got you.
Quiet storm.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank y'all, man. But again, man, thank y'all if y'all share and like and subscribe to the show, man. Let's be showing we been consistent, and I appreciate y'all, man. 20th episode. Thank the Lord for it. Thank everybody who participated: Kevin, AD, Coach Whitlock,
hmm Shout
Gerald,
out
Pat.
y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Thanks for everybody participating and helping out the show, man. All right, man. We got something here, man. We're gonna keep on keeping on, man. We
hmm
got some things coming and starting on. I'm gonna cut the recording off, but don't hang up, y'all.
All right.
Right there.
It's
I'm gonna
not
put the,
sunny in DC, baby. It's not
oh Lord,
sunny
here
in
we go.
DC.
JJ is coming to
It's
town.
dark.
Hello, y'all still on there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to end it.